I learned that my son's heart valves were used. He saved the life of a 3.5-year-old boy. 2 people now have the gift of sight, an 18-year-old young man and a 71-year-old woman, from Ian's corneas. I received a letter that said Ian has helped countless numbers of people from Maine to California with bone and tissue.
About 4 years ago, I was working overtime Memorial Day weekend. We had a call to a townhouse fire. Somewhere along the way, things went terribly bad, and all the heat and heated gases came up the basement stairs into the living room where we were, and I sustained 2nd and 3rd degree burns. The wounds were so large that I needed an enormous amount of skin to cover them in a short period of time. And I did not have enough good skin of my own in order to cover the wounds. So the skin donations, the tissue donations that I received saved my life.
I was offered the opportunity to give donation of his organ and tissue. And I was not realizing about tissue donations at that time. Sean participated in the blood drive at high school, and I knew he always wanted to help other people.
Well, I think it's important that everybody consider in their own lifetime, before they pass away, whether or not they would like to be a donor of any type of tissue. Just about anybody can be a donor of these tissues. There are certain medical criteria that must be met, and the age limit is up into the 80s now.
And it's done by individuals who understand the value of the gift and maintain respect for the body of the donor throughout, and take great care in honoring that individual who made the decision to help someone else.
Will I be able to have a viewing for my son? And would he look the same? And they promised that he would, and he absolutely did, and no one knew.
The shortage of donors is the #1 problem in transplantation today. The MOTEP effort is a consequence of a recognition that minority population is in greater need than any other ethnic group, and therefore we need to have a focused, targeted program, and this is what MOTEP has been all about.
Unfortunately, African American people are disproportionately affected by this whole scourge of failing organs, be it kidney, be it liver problems, be it heart problems. We are really affected by this, and we are the ones who should be giving.
So it is critical, therefore, to have family discussion. Critical may not be enough. It is mandatory to have family discussion.
My heart came from a 25-year-old male who had been declared brain dead, and his family made the decision to give others an opportunity to live. How do you say thank you? She has lost a son, someone she bore for 9 months. How do you say thank you? So many times I wish he was still alive so that his kids could know their father. How do you say thank you?
Well, that day he came home from school and he brought a paper where he had told me that they explained something about organ donating in school, but he didn't quite understand. He brought me the paper home and he told me that he wanted to know more about it. And I sat him down and I told him that this was something that not only for kids, but it was for all ages. And after I got done, he said, yeah, you know, because I asked him, do you want to do this? And he goes, yeah. I said, well, if you want, put your name here and I'll sign here and you can take it back to school and you'll be registered as a donor. So that was about a month and a half, 2 months before the accident. At 7:15, they left, and 5 minutes later, my daughter comes knocking at the door saying somebody had hit my son at the corner. So I ran out there and he was close to the curve. And when I picked him up, and got him in my arms. He opened and closed his eyes, and then that's when I knew he was gone. And that was it. That makes me feel a lot better to know that there's 5 kids out there that have something of him that still lives.
We found out at that time that his only option to stay alive was to have a heart transplant. Every time the phone rings, you think it's the phone call that you've been waiting for. You have a pager on 24 hours. It's like walking a tightrope every hour, every minute. Kyle was on the heart transplant waiting list for about 2 months when he passed away. The dynamic of having 2 children in your family is wonderful, and you don't realize until you lose one that there's a big hole right now.
I'd give anything to have him here.
When we received the call, immediately you feel the excitement and the relief that this could be a match, this could be a donor. So you have all of those emotions. And then when you're packing your bags and you're getting ready to go to the hospital, it hits you that there's a family possibly leaving the hospital that just gave you your child's life. So you take a moment and you pray for them. You pray for comfort. And as a mother, I hope that eventually the mother of the donor family will meet Hannah and know that her child and her family has made a wonderful difference